What are you reading? You mentioned a few.
I saw the cat.
Yeah, these are the bookstore cats. Gotta have that.
I love it.
So I think we have. So I kind of just like to point out books that either we talked about in the same or that I know that I think you might like. We have, but you mentioned the Wright stuff, which we have.
Oh wow!
So the premise is it's my wife and I's favorite books.
The bookstore that right
books,
here is,
the whole bookstore is only the books that we love. So where's the Wright stuff?
Have you read A Gentleman in Moscow?
No.
It's a spectacular book.
We have Red Notice. Have you read Red Notice?
No. Amor Tolls. He writes in a level that just doesn't.
Okay. Have you read this? This book's amazing. He lives here in Austin.
Thomas Ricks. Wow.
So he looks at the civil rights movement as a military campaign.
Oh wow.
Not as because a lot of them, they went to this school. There was a school called the Highlander School. So like people think of them as like, oh, they were just like angry or mad and they just wanted to protest. Right. They went to this school where they trained in the nonviolence techniques. They they would be exposed to like racial slurs and attacks. Right. So this was like any other thing, like being an astronaut. This was something that they had training in.
You mean like the Marines in Los Angeles? How they? Yeah. I'm sure they had training and.
Exactly.
Have you read An Unfinished Love Story?
No.
By Doris Kearns Goodwin. You should read it.
Yes,
it's
actually
amazing.
I have. I interviewed her. I love her stuff. I did read that book. It's about her and her husband.
And LBJ years and JFK years.
Yes. Have you read David McCullough's book on the Wright brothers?
No. I love David McCullough.
Amazing. He's the best. This book is incredible.
He has a new book. Doesn't he have a
posthumous book?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's this collection of essays on history or something.
Oh, no, I'm definitely.
My daughter was asking, what book do we need on tape? And that was the book I meant to tell her.
No, it's there's this funny scene at the beginning where the mother, so it all comes, their dad brings them, you know those two things as a kid where it was a rubber band and a propeller?
Yeah.
You twist it?
Yeah.
Their dad brings one of those home. Yeah. And that's what sets it all
got
in
the
motion.
Wright brothers.
Yeah. And
the importance of parents.
Yes. And so their sister, someone asked, like, you know, what was the secret or whatever? And she said that their mother never destroyed anything they were making. That she'd walk around the house, there'd be these experiments, there'd be little toys, and she had a special shelf where she would pick them up and put them there instead of being like, what is all this crap?
Right.
You know? And that it to me, the message of the book was that it all comes down to curiosity and sort of like a love of figuring stuff out. That's what made them do it.
Yeah. My parents were great about that. They got me a TRS-80 computer when I was a kid, and I didn't even have a cassette drive. When I turned it on, I had to write the program or it wouldn't do anything. So I had to learn how to program. They got me a telescope and they didn't know anything about it, so I had to teach myself where the stars were and stuff.
Yeah, it's like, what are their interests and how do you pour gasoline on them?
Yes.
Instead of what a lot of parents do, which is like, no, it's too expensive, or that's annoying, or it's too loud, or can you play your music somewhere else?
Yeah.
It was all,
encouraging them to do that.
Have you read First Principles?
I have not.
This is the same guy as that book, but it's all about the philosophical influences on the founders.
Oh wow, this is amazing.
It's amazing, and it's largely
John Stuart Mill. No, that was
all the classical. Yeah. So this is
Plato,
but it's mostly the Stoics.
I love this.
Robert Caro's amazing. Have you read his LBJ books?
No.
Oh man. Well, you're a little busy, but it's only it's like a 4,000 page series on Lyndon Johnson. There's two versions.
Oh wow.
This is the other one.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
No, it's amazing. It's one of the greatest.
The book is just incredible. He captured it. He captured the essence. So
the thing about Chuck Yeager, like having like, what did he fall off a horse or something? He like had a broken arm or something. He could barely get in the.
And he had to pull the canopy shut.
Yes.
And he took a broomstick to do that. This is like crazy. I got to be in on I couldn't read anymore. It was so.
Well, I'm thinking about that book a lot because I'm doing this Stockdale book. Have you read?
Return with Honor is a good Vietnam POW book.
So Sam Gwynne wrote the book Empire of the Summer Moon, which is about Quanah Parker and the Comanches. So he lives in Austin too, but he wrote this book. You might like this one it's about Zeppelins.
Oh wow!
So I love this book.
Wow. I've never heard of it.
Oh man, I guess I thought like the Hindenburg was the only one, and then they like learned their lesson.
Yeah, no.
And it's like they built hundreds of these things, which in retrospect, it's just like the dumbest idea you could ever imagine.
Because it was hydrogen, right?
Yes.
It was rocket fuel. I went into space on hydrogen.
So imagine it's just a giant balloon filled with hydrogen, powered by a large gas engine.
Like you have to turn your gas engine off at the gas station,
yes.
so that doesn't happen.
There's a smoking compartment in the thing, and then you think about like the Empire State Building. The reason it has that needle is that was supposed to be a landing dock for Zeppelins.
Oh wow, I didn't.
But like, there's no brakes. How are they? So they just were supposed to get there, and then they just like throw ropes to it, and then imagine there's a storm. Like they designed it and then they didn't go like, oh, the air slightly higher off the Earth is more unpredictable, and like they would just get blown around.
Yeah.
And there was nothing they could do about them, and then it would tear, and then they would explode. It would be, to me, there's a lot of lessons in the book, but it's mostly just like humanity's ability to spend millions and millions of dollars on something that's obviously a bad idea and not learn the lessons from it.
Did you? What was it, Saturday Night Live? Bad Idea Jeans?
No.
Oh my God. It was a skit like 30 years ago. Bad Idea Jeans, and so they were wearing bad idea jeans, and then they would talk about stupid things. Like that's obviously a bad idea.
It's so good. You'll love it.
All right, this is amazing. Have you read The Warmth of Other Suns?
Yes. Where is that? That is.
I just read that.
Oh my God, she's incredible.
That was an incredible book.
Where's one? I think it's over here.
Endurance is great too.
And, of course.
That's amazing.
No, Warmth of Other Suns is very good, and then she has another book called Cast, which is a sort of shorter version of it.
Oh, right there.
Yes.
Isabel Wilkerson.
Have you read Bury the Chains?
I have not.
So Bury the Chains is about in the 1700s, late 1700s. This guy, I talk about this in my Justice book, but this guy, his name is Thomas Clarkson. He's a college student at Oxford, and he's in this essay contest. And the essay contest is, should humans be able to buy and sell other humans? It's a question of slavery, which was an open question at the time.
What year was that?
1780s.
So right, yeah.
And so he decides to take the contrarian take and say that they shouldn't.
Right.
That slavery is wrong.
Right.
So he wins the essay contest.
Wow.
He gets a little prize, and he's riding back to London from Oxford, and it occurs to him that maybe if he was right, that he should do something, that someone should do something about it.
Right.
And then he says, if someone should do something about it, maybe that person should be me.
Right.
And so there's this famous meeting, and I'll find this other book later. There's this famous meeting where these 12 Quakers get together at this print shop in London and form what becomes the abolitionist movement, which had never existed before in history.
Wow.
And it leads to the abolition of the slave trade in England, and then slavery in the empire,
right.
And then sets in motion basically all the social movements of the 18th, 19th, and 20th centuries come out of this. They invent the consumer boycott. They invent the petition.
What was his name?
Thomas Clarkson.
Thomas Clarkson.
This guy wrote this really interesting book called Moral Ambition, which is, he's saying, just in the way that we say, hey, we should try to go to the moon, but we should be more ambitious in things like that. Like one person eliminates slavery, like a thing that we took for granted for 2,000 years or whatever. It's just an unbreakable thing. Do we have it? Business? Definitely. Let's find another section because it's too important to be there. Okay, I have two more for you. So I'll give you Moral Ambition. Okay, I can find it.
I read a book with my daughter. Listen.
Have you read this?
This is everybody's reading.
Everyone in politics is reading and talking about this book.
Yeah.
So I think you should read it.
I should.
But again, that's my point. Is like, why are we kicking people out? We should be trying to solve really hard problems. That's the job of government. There we go. All right.
Moral Ambition. Yeah,
Moral
amazing.
Ambition. He's Dutch.
This is about the guy that started the ball rolling to stop slavery.
He just talks about people like that
Right.
like single people. So many of these movements, these ideas, these things we take for granted is one person,
Right.
who had one idea, and that we need more stuff like that.
Yes, we just had an hour and a half conversation about that.
Exactly. Well, cool. Anything
It's
else?
amazing.
What are you reading? You mentioned a few. You're reading
Well, right now I'm reading 2 books. I've got It Can't Happen Here.
Yes,
and then my book on tape is Texas by Michener,
Oh,
which is a
yeah. He's buried in Dallas, right? I think.
he's from around here. I mean,
Yeah.
that book is interesting. He's talking about in the 80s, the Texas governor put this group together to go chronicle Texas history.
Yeah.
So they go around the state, and each chapter is like, and then we were in Midland and we did this, and then it's the 1700s, and then you know how Michener
Yeah.
takes a couple families
Yeah.
and follows them. Poland has these 3 families throughout Polish history. Texas does the same thing. So I'm in the Civil War
Got it.
right now. But Texas has a pretty rough. I mean, we were a slave state. That was kind of the
Yes.
foundational principle of Texas.
Forget the Alamo.
Yeah, I saw that. By the way, I've seen that book. That's not the motto that's going to win you a state
No, it's
election in
definitely
Texas.
not. But it's a great title. But also that like the lieutenant governor would be such a snowflake that he tries to get the book banned.
Yes.
Should
Should I go on his podcast?
Dan Patrick?
He has a podcast.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, yes, probably.
I need to go on those podcasts to
Yes,
reach people.
I think you would. What's his real name? He has a hilarious.
So that's not his name.
No, he's like a talk radio. That's his talk radio name.
I did not know that. I thought
Yeah.
Ken Paxton was a talk radio guy too, right?
I think all of them are.
There's Into Thin Air. Did you ever read that? By
Yeah,
Kurt
of
Cower?
course.
That book's amazing.
And then Into the Wild is very
It's
good
terrible.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lone Star is a great Texas book.
Yeah.
Goodbye to a River. You read that?
I haven't read that. No.
Ooh, John Graves.
What's it about?
You probably don't have that much time to read these
I
books.
don't have time to read them.
John, so they're about to dam. They were gonna do a series of dams
Oh,
along
yeah.
the Brazos River.
Oh, Larry remembers.
So he kind of takes this long solo canoe trip down the Brazos, and
Oh,
it's
wow.
sort of this meditations on the history of Texas,
Right.
wildlife, and he's like a World War II vet. He's kind of I think
Oh,
struggling
wow.
from some PTSD. It's
Right.
a great book. He was a rancher. He's one of the great sort of Texas monthly writers. He's a rancher in
Texas
outside
Monthly.
Houston.
Did you ever read Lonesome Dove or see this show?
Yeah.
We used to, as F-16 pilots, we go to Iraq and we'd always watch The Dove. And Texas Monthly a few years ago had an article about how Lonesome Dove was this F-16 cult thing, and it was totally true. Like
Yeah.
we had the whole thing memorized, the wole
Why? Just because that was the only one available,
It was
or
like it was on DVD back in the day,
and it's long.
and it was like a mini series.
Yeah.
I don't know. We loved it. Gus and Call.
The
Master
great.
of the Senate is a
So
well-known
this
book.
is this
Oh,
is
this is the series.
This is the Robert Caro series.
Yeah,
so
I'm
he's
not gonna read
he's
that.
he's
That's too much.
it will change your life. It's
Really?
incredible. You should read Master of the Senate.
Okay.
Because under Lyndon Johnson was maybe the only time the U.S. Senate ever worked
Function.
as what it's supposed to be, which is the preeminent legislative and governing body.
Right.
The president's supposed to administer the laws passed by the
Right.
Congress and Senate, and he was the only. So the other books are all about how he gets power, and the Master
Right.
Senate's where he has it. And then Caro is now I think 90 or 91.
Wow.
And he is working on the final book. Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's this race against time. Will he finish it or not? Have you read them?
Yeah, all of them. I'm like a huge fan.
Incredible.
Of Caro?
I've read every single one.
Did you read The Power Broker?
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the best one.
The Power Broker is, do you know who Robert Moses is?
I know the name.
Robert Moses was the Parks Commissioner of New York City.
Wow.
But he was also simultaneously the head of like the transit authority. He basically figured out all the levers of power in New York City
Wow.
that did not require legislative office. And he becomes the most powerful city planner, architect,
planner.
designer, commissioner in history. It's the book's like 1,500 pages. It should be unfathomably boring, and it is all not just all about like it's not just about like how power works,
right?
But it's also what power does to a person,
right?
And because he becomes slowly like the fascinating thing is okay, so he's this sort of like government power broker, so he drives everywhere in a limousine, never sits in traffic. So all the traffic you see in New York City was designed by this guy who never waited at a toll booth, never sat through traffic.
Right.
And then he's also like notoriously racist. So like the overpasses on the way out to the beaches he designed were designed to be a height just low enough that public buses could not go under them to discourage like poor city folk from coming out to the beaches. And so it's mostly a meditation on like not just what power does, but then how power is wielded. So like when he decides to raise a whole neighborhood to build a freeway overpass, whose neighborhood is he raising?
Yeah.
It's not a bunch of Gilded Age mansions.
Right.
It's like the slums.
Right.
And so it's all about that too. It's incredible.
That's amazing. Master. So this is like the 50s. He was the senator in the
in the 50s.
48 to 50 or to 60, I guess.
And then the passage of power is why does he trade that to be vice president? Mm-hmm. And then the last one, it basically starts with, is he president at all in the last one? I don't remember. So he just becomes president. Yes. And then so the last one is Vietnam and the decline.
Vietnam decline in the fall, and his popularity fall out.
See, I learned at
not running for a second term.
Yeah.
At the Air Force Academy, Lyndon Johnson was the devil.
Really?
Because of Vietnam, yeah. He was he was horrific in Vietnam. But I just read Unfinished Love Story, and he was amazing. Actually, he's a human. He had some good and he had some bad.
Well, that's what Caro's
and I never heard the good. All I heard about was Vietnam.
Well, Caro's whole point is like here you have this guy who's like raised by a racist, born to be a racist.
He taught Mexicans in school. That was his thing.
But so how does he take this sort of seed of fairness and equality he raised in his parents are born in a log cabin.
Yeah.
But then he plays the political Southern game his whole life until the day he becomes president, and then he goes, "We're going to force through Civil Rights
Act,
which is a great betrayal of his mentor was Richard Russell, and Sam Rayburn. So how does again our point about like you say that it's black and white, but if he hadn't done that, like Kennedy was much more open about civil rights, and then fails to even get a bill to the floor of the Senate, and so Carl's talking a lot about that, like you have to have both the competence and the moral compass. Right. Maybe they wax and wane and different. It's fascinating.
That's super interesting. That's a lot of pages of books right there.
Yes, all these are like two of these.
I wish I could read. I love reading, but I'm a slow reader. I'm
not. He talks a lot about this in his Senate campaign. He's the first candidate to campaign via helicopter, which was itself just like a spectacle. It was like they would call it like Johnson and his whirlybird or something, and he would just land in these little towns, and it would draw a crowd just because people had never seen a helicopter.
Right. We should.
So he was a master.
Series of books probably ever read.
We need to get us a helicopter.
You guys can listen to it in the car as you drive to all these.
Across the state of Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I got to get through a missioner first.
One of them, but it's good stuff.
Unfortunately, I'm doing call time, so the radio's stuck on the phone, not on the book. But
well, awesome. Okay, we just got to. Well, thank you.
You got lonesome.
This is. We do have lonesome, but this is I think that's
the secret room.
Yeah.
Hello. This is where it all happens.
This is all where it happens.
Amazing.
This is maybe our next senator from Texas.
Very cool. Okay. Yeah. This bookstore is incredible. Just amazing. I love it. I'm gonna have to send my daughter here.
Anytime.
Yeah. I'm gonna make her jealous. Oh wow, you got vinyl.
We do.
I just got me a record player like a year ago. It's life-changing.
What do you like?
I like everything. I've got instrumental stuff. I've got Interstellar. I've got Taylor Swift.
There you go.
I've got Kraftwerk. I've got Boston. I've got YouTube. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff.
There you go. Nice.
Elvis, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is like the perfect store.
Yeah, we like it. We like it. It's been fun.
Well, thank you for
Yeah, of
having
course.
us out here, Ryan.
Really
No,
appreciate it.
this was great. I read a lot. It's sort of my job. You can't write without reading. For almost 15 years now, once a month, I send out an email with my favorite book recommendations for that month. Books that I've been reading, books that I've been going through, books that changed my life, that inspired me, that I think connect to what's happening in the world. And you can sign up right now at ryanholiday.net/reading list.